Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena. We are going to jump in here. My opponent this time put everything down on offense. I'm reminding myself here what the feats are. So we got a Retribution feat and an Old Republic feat. Or Old Republic Jedi feat. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. Most of these teams are lower gear, except for this First Order team. Mon Mothma, which I'm happy to see and can practice more against. This Nute team. And then he just put a really weak teams down here on this front row. I really don't recommend doing this because everybody's first move is to go for this lower territory to see what's on the back wall. Really, that's an opportunity to have your opponent eat up some teams and some potential counters before they hit the back wall. Like what I did with mine is I have my Geos here and I have a decent and sneaky, well-modded Nightsisters team here to eat up some teams. So like to either soak up Treya or to soak up a decent team to take out these Nightsisters. So on the back wall, he is without Treya to go up against my Padme and this Mon Mothma team, which limits some options in order how to handle that back wall. And then over on this other wall, I'm trying to pull away like Jedi Knight Revan, CLS, and some other options over here, hopefully forcing him into some mistakes and compromising his offense a little bit. Problem is, looking at his roster and how he's set everything for, he's kept everything for offense. He's not going to run out of teams like some opponents usually would. I think I should have put gas on defense. I've gone through and plotted out my offensive strategy, and I've got way too much. For normal opponents, I like to keep a decent amount of teams for offense, but he doesn't have gas. He doesn't have good counters. His best team is a Jedi Knight Revan team. I think he would have struggled up against my gas team, or he would have had to take at least a couple teams. So because of that, I think this is going to come down to banners, but with these kinds of teams, I should be able to get a pretty good banner advantage. So we're not going to wait for him and see how his offense goes. We're just going to jump in and try and get as many banners as possible. And because of that Retribution feat, we're going to start here with the Nightsisters, and we're using Troopers. It'd be nice to use Admiral Piet, but we don't have him. We'll use Death Trooper. Alright. Range Trooper is going to give us a bunch of Retribution. And Shaak Ti will probably be a nice option for some team later on, and we can probably get most of the way towards that feat done today. Alright, we're going to get that turn meter going, so we're going to hit Spirit. Get that Retribution up. And now he has this weak DACA, no... Yeah, this is just nothing. Actually, that's not even that much Retribution since we only got to use it once. They've got days here, though. I'm wondering if I use Shaak Ti here, but his back wall, I'm expecting to see bounty hunters and smugglers on the back wall. I guess Shaak Ti could probably do. They're only gear 10. They have Zetas. I believe he has Malik, which, if he has Malik, I want to double check that. Yeah, he has Malik. That's kind of impressive to get Malik at gear 10. Yeah, we're going to do it. There's going to be some dazes we're going to have to worry about that'll get a little annoying. No. No, we're just going to go for big banners. We're going to do this. This might even be way more than we need. Let's see if we can take out perfect. Okay. Fracture him, take out Canderous. I could have just done that with Palp and Vader. I just relicked Vader and I'm not remembering that I have a relic Vader yet. This is a little unexpected. I did not expect to see this First Order team. Not that it matters. Or this JTR team. I was expecting smugglers and bounty hunters. Okay. I have tons of choices. I'm just trying to think through if I want to adjust anything. I think we're going to try and use Shaak Ti against this First Order team here on this back wall. There's nobody that's really any threat. Kylo's the only one that's going to be annoying at all. We're just going to use... Except I want to save some of these clones for Shaak Ti. We're going to use Jedi Knight Revan here. Oh wait, I need Juhani for that feat. This is probably going to get a little sloppy. I think we're just going to try and take out Hux right away, then the Sith Trooper. I have no idea how this kit works. Taunt and stun. Alright, we'll... No, he doesn't have turn meter. We'll stun the pilot. And get that assist going. See if we can land a stun. Alright, we're good. We're gonna save that. Oh, okay. Alright. We're just gonna do this with CLS. Chewie's one of my new Gear 13s. We're gonna bring in R2 for a little control and to boost our stats. The only issue is Nest. We just kind of got a time taking Nest out. He has a 7-star Gear 11 Watt. I don't know why he isn't using them. You kidding me? I've been working on the Jedi Knight Luke requirements, and I've been putting on the Gear 12 Plus pieces onto Luke, and now I don't have guard on Luke anymore. That's why I need to bring R2 to Gear 12, is just so I can get guard on the characters I want it to. Jeez. Alright, that's not good. You kidding me? And you dodged that? That was so dumb and sloppy. I'm going to use Jango here, even though Chirrut makes that a little bit more difficult. But when I struggled with that a little bit in the past, it was on 3v3. I didn't have... what did I do? I used Jango... I think Jango Dengar Mandalorian in 3v3, and the problem was with Dengar stealthing, everyone just focused on my lower gear Mando at the time, who was like 4 or 5 stars, gear 8, gear 9, and took out Mando, and then it kind of fell apart. The problem was I couldn't get the contract off quickly because Chirrut put tenacity up. But in this 5v5 scenario, we'll do it right now. In this 5v5 scenario, I'm going to have Bosk taunting. I've got Karga with heals. I'm not as worried about possibly losing my Mando. And my Mando has a higher star count and better gear. So I've seen Mon Mothma teams at Relic that don't struggle against this team, but I think for most Mon Mothma teams, this is going to be a good counter. That doesn't dispel. Okay. I'm waiting to put debuffs on the field until Cheer It went because I knew he was just going to cleanse right away. And I'm saving this until we get debuffs on the field so I can work on the contract. All right. And Jango has the unique now, the unique Zeta, where anyone he takes out won't get revived. So that's why Baze came back. And now with Cheer It gone, we don't have to worry about him cleansing and putting tenacity up on everybody. What? Maybe Jango didn't take him out. Maybe it was that hit from Mando. All right, I need more debuffs. We're still pretty far away on the contract, even though we're about to win this. All right. Didn't go the way I thought it would, but still, that's until Mon Mothma gets to higher gear, at least relics. I think Jango is going to be a good counter. CLS looks to be good too. Jawas do really well against these weaker Mon Mothma teams. But who was it? It was I forget who it was. One of the YouTubers put out a video over the weekend about going up against a relic Mon Mothma, and bounty hunters and Jawas did not succeed against it like they can against these weaker ones. All right, we are going to go after that contract now. Or not that contract, that Feats. Kind of want to have Clone Trooper, but we'll just go with these guys. I should have just left out Arc Trooper. I need underdogs right now. I actually need to slow this down so that I actually get the feat. This is going too fast. I want an AoE from Kylo. Or even this AoE from the TIE pilot. Oh wait, no, that's the other TIE pilot. There we go. Alright. I think it's time to put that lead Zeta on Shaak Ti. She doesn't really need it, but I'm starting to work towards that cam mission. It would be nice to have Arc Trooper for gas right now. There's too much control for him to solo it. Like, he can get the turn meter stripped, he can get stunned. Jeez. Alright, that's what I was expecting. We're gonna leave out Ahsoka. I never get to Ahsoka. And I don't think this is a Relic 7 Grievous. I think I'm going to put a video out of using 5-star Negotiator and 5-star Malevolence against the Negotiator and Malevolence. I've been very careful with how I'm using my Prestige right now, because I'm expecting something to shake up the capital ship metas at some point. So I want to have Prestige on hand just in case that's how CG wants to handle things. And I've had no problem in Fleet Arena getting up to first every day against people who have decked out fleets, because these ships counter each other at 5 stars. You don't even need to have a good Plo Koon. My Plo Koon, I think, is gear 9. You just need Plo Koon to come off of the bench and cleanse and put taunt on. And even if I would have lost the Houndstooth, the AI seems to have a preference to go after Plo Koon over Anakin. I used the basic because it wouldn't have, the special wouldn't have done anything, since Sunfac was the weakest ship there. And this way I can save the special for the next turn and actually hit 2 ships. Is that a spy? Alright, we're going to claim my feats, and we're going to call it. He's still, I'll show you what he has. Like, this is his best team. Which means, like, he's going to have to split up that team in order to use his Padme. So that's going to get a little bit weaker. So he's got Shaak Ti, Padme, Jedi Knight Revan. Then he has a really weak Sith Empire. We already looked at that. That was gear 11, gear 10. Here's his Revan. His Darth Vader's still at gear 12. After that new Zeta, I made relicking Vader my first priority. It makes a huge difference, and I think he's now one of the most important relics, even without the Jedi Knight Luke event. Just that buff with that new ability changes a lot of things. And now with some synergy with Piet, like if you don't have Relic Vader, it's time to make him a priority. Oh, he did have a Relic 7 Grievous. Yeah, so most of his relics are with the Galactic Republic, but he still has like all of his teams for offense. I think he's going to have plenty of options to take out my teams, but I still am going to trust my banners. Although it would have been nicer to get above 1920. I didn't do enough underdogs. We're going to claim these quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. If you are a mid-game or earlier game player, I just put out a lowest viable teams video on C-3PO, and there's some videos I'm going to be putting out for mid-game players in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for those. Thank you for watching. This has been Still Plays. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other.